Hello, everybody. This is Marites Allen. I bring you fun, fortune, and feng shui.
Hi, Ms. Marites.
Just being uniquely yourself, being comfortable.
All the past experiences made me stronger. It made me more open-minded.
Our message was, be who you are, find your purpose, and work with it.
Oh, yan. Wow. See?
You sent me.
I knew stage was my fate.
As long as you have that happiness in your heart, I think you'll be considered successful, right? And you'll do well.
It's not just about luck, fun, fortune, and feng shui. It's really about a way of living.
At the end of the day, what matters is love.
Do what your passion is.
You have to be like the representative of what you do. You represent makeup, you represent beauty. You have to be beautiful to start with.
The engineering capability of the Philippines is a little bit more advanced.
Because feminism means so many different things to so many people.
Really perseverance, hard work pa rin in finding success.
The Philippines was voted and awarded as world's leading dive destination for 2 years in a row.
Parang kontento na ako kung ano yung meron ako ngayon. Tapos kung ano yung mga dapat.
So brand is more about who you are. It's okay if we fail the first time, second time, third time, because there will always be a successful time for us.
I was happy but never fulfilled. I was always lacking direction.
I think really like a person's superpower comes from inside, like kindness, gentleness.
Kung talagang mahal mo ang karir mo at gusto mong matupad yung mga dream mo sa buhay, ay pag-aaralan mo talaga yan. You'll be serious in your career, be professional.
But with me, when I cook, I use my heart and my sense of smell and my eyesight. For me, that's more important.
70s, 80s, 90s, that's probably 3 decades of amazing music. Music.
I don't work. I just enjoy.
I love it. I choose to be deaf to doubt.
I want to smile, so I lift my face naturally.
It's so much more important if I'm able to impact a life.
Exactly.
Rather than the applause.
Confidence ignites individuals to act and make a difference.
Hello, everybody. Good morning here from London. And of course, good morning there in New York. And good evening, Philippines. Today, I'm very excited because a new episode of Fun Fortune and Feng Shui unfolds today as I bring to you one of the country's most sought after culinary masters, Chef Tatung. Of course, I'd like to say thank you very much to our dearest friend, Dexter Alasas, for bringing me Chef Tatung. Chef Tatung is an award-winning chef and a best-selling cookbook author, which has currently an online cooking show named Simpol, with close to 1 million followers and still growing, where he shares ideas and how to whip up quick, no-frills dishes that are delicious and so easy to make. Some of his published books are rise to the occasion. DishKarte sa Kusina and the Philippine Cookery. From heart to platter that won first place for the Gourmand World Cookbook Awards just last November 27, 2020 lang. So Chef Tatung and his Simpol team launched their Simpol The Cookbook, featuring over 100 recipes with QR codes. Wow, talagang up to the digital standards si Chef ha. Linking to each recipe. Get to know more insights and prep your taste buds as we bring to you another inspiring talk to motivate your week with much flavor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Chef Tatung.
Hello, Marites. Such an honor to be on your show today.
Thank you.
Maayong
It's my
gabi.
honor. Maayong gabi diha sa imo ha, Chef.
Maayong gabi ipod.
Yeah, I was so thrilled to know that you are from Cebu pala. I mean, we both come from Bisaya, talagang magaling.
Bisaya. Mabisdak. Yeah.
Mga bisdak. Chef, I'd like to welcome lang our viewers today. Hi, Miss Leah. Good evening. Somebody is saying hello from Palawan. Mix, thank you for watching. Isa ito sa mga fans mo.
Hello,
Chef, si Miss
Sandra.
Yes. Of course, May, another fun and inspiring episode. Sending love, sabi ni Miss Nathalie, Miss Louise, thank you for watching. Miss Connie, God bless and stay safe and happy as always from Lian, Batangas. And of course, Mary Rose, thank you. Dexter, of course, our dearest Dexter, thank you so much. And then we have Joy from Cebu as well. Ayan, nagtatawag na naman si Miss Maggie Paras. Thank you so much for your shout out. And then, thank you, Natalie. Miss Jill, I think she's watching from Japan. Thank you. Please indicate para the country that you're watching. Sige, marami pa kayo mamaya. Babalikan namin kayo, ha? So, Chef, paunang question. What is, who is Chef Tatung? Is like, your first name is Mike? I saw that the spelling is M-Y-K-E. Is that your original, you spell it?
My real name is Michael Jovan, and Tatung is my nickname. And I was actually named after an electric fan brand in the 1970s na brand. If
Seryoso ka?
Yeah, I was named after an electric fan brand. And when I started, when you start cooking for the family, no, people close to you. So the people close to me always called me Tatung, no. So it started like Chef Tatung, ganyan. And eventually, I got known, and other people start calling me Chef Tatung. And and also, sa akin kasi like my last name is Sartu, which is of French origin. So ako naman, in my mind, parang managing expectations, diba? Parang Michael Jovan Sartu, parang it sounds very foreign. They would be expecting sound tall, maputi, and all that. I imagine they might expect a French guy, French chef to come out. So I say, I'll stick to Chef Tatung. It sounds more modest.
Yeah. No, but that's lovely. I mean, it tickles me when you said that you were named after an electric fan. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. It's a lot of fun. My gosh. So, Chef, how long have you been based in Manila? I understand you're from Cebu. Then you moved to Manila what year?
I've been in Manila for over 20 years na. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so medyo matagal na rin. Yeah.
You are really, Chef, I read somewhere, or I'm not sure if it's still the case, huh? I remember I have a branch in Cebu. I have a shops there before. Whenever my host would parang take me for dinner or for like mga socials and everything, they said that
Mm.
If you are a Cebuano, a chef,
Mm.
or has a restaurant, if you
Mm.
made it in Cebu, you're gonna make it anywhere you are. Is that true? Would you believe so? Because the chef of Cebu daw talagang super magagaling.
Well, it's hard to tell. No, I think it's person to person. No, hindi naman. I don't think that just because you're Cebuano, you're assured to succeed anywhere. Pero I think it's really the work attitude of a person. No, like um, but daghan kay maayo sa Cebu ha. Daghan kay maayong laki. Pero actually in the circle of chefs diri sa Manila, ako ra gyud Bisaya pud. Ako ray taga Cebu.
Really?
I'm the only one. I'm the
Wow,
only
you're
one in the
smart.
circle of yung chefs that move around in my community or my uh,
Nice.
let's say level ba. So
Mm.
ako I'd love to have more Cebuanos here um in Manila doing well, pero wala pa kayo actually in Manila, wala kayo, but there are a lot of Cebuano chefs doing very well abroad.
I see. That's nice. I believe so as well. But I think what they're saying, kasi, chef, is that the Cebuanos, they are medyo picky. We
Yeah.
are so picky. That's why
Mm.
it levels up to the expectation.
Mm.
That's why kung
Mm.
sino man ang may restaurant or chef from Cebu, because they have already caught up with the, pickiness of the Cebuano, uh, that's why they are
Alam mo,
like one of the best
I,
talaga.
I think the reason why there aren't a lot of Cebuano chefs here in Manila is because ang level magud sa industry in Cebu because of tourism is already high. So even kami when we go around the country, when we judge competitions and all that, ang Cebu is really may lucky generally ang mga Cebu, pero they don't have to go to Manila to find jobs eh. So di
Yes.
ba? Why do you go to Manila when Cebu, the five-star restaurants in Cebu already world class,
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
So
Right.
for
And
me, it's
because of the
not about
tourism value, you said.
for a Cebuano succeeding in Manila. It's really Cebuanos making it in a global platform. Manila
Mm.
is nothing anymore kasi daghan kay may laki sa Cebu, and the industry itself, well, now it's a pandemic, pero the quality of the F&B industry in Cebu is world class, no? Hindi na natin i-compare sa Manila. World class ang level niya, international na.
Yes, yes to that. Mga Cebuano, mga very good yun na.
Yeah.
Chef, question. I heard from a little birdie that you used to manage a pop band. So,
No, actually,
is that
actually,
true?
actually yes. We used to be. Well, even now, aside from being a chef, I'm also really into the media business. So when years back we had a production company, so we were managing artists as a company. No, I wasn't really doing just
I see.
individually. So we managed some local artists. We brought them to Manila. We got them recording contracts back then.
I see.
Yeah. But now I'm still in media. No, I'm still in media, and in fact, aside from doing this simple and all that, we also own a production house and company which is Vertical Creatives, and
Wow.
we do advertising, we do marketing projects for different brands, different companies, and all that. And right now, we're actually also a publishing company. So my
Wow.
new books will be published by our company. No, I used to be with ABS-CBN, but now we will be publishing my books and books of other authors as well.
Galing. My God, that's beautiful. Alam mo, Chef, I'm just looking at your photos now in the, I'm telling you, here in the UK, uhaw na uhaw kami sa Pinoy foods. Gutom na ako ngayon. It's just like, so I understand that the word simple is, of course, it's really like, it's very catchy, it's very powerful, we can relate to it immediately. Can you
Yeah.
just walk us through, like, how did you started putting together Simple?
Actually, because being a chef by profession, and I started my career during the age of molecular gastronomy, where everything was made so complicated, 'di ba? Yung mga pagkaing umuusok, yung mga, 'di
Yes,
ba, mga
yes, yes.
stand-in
Mga,
and all that. But
yeah,
um, of course, you're trained in Western cuisine, but 'di ba, you eat food na truffles and all those fancy stuff. Pero when you get home, ano mangita ang tag-adobo? Why do we look for the food we grew up with, di ba? Why
yes,
do we look for tapsilog? Why
of
do we
course,
look
all
for
the time.
balbuco and all that? And I realized that in spite of developing a very sophisticated palate, you still go back to who you are, di ba? And
Yes,
at a certain at this generation, um, dati kasi, di ba, our grandparents would cook, no? Kasi yun talaga yung concept ng mother and housewife
Ye-
cooking at home.
yeah,
Then our mothers, the generation of our mothers were mothers who cook and work, di ba?
yeah,
And later
yes,
on, my generation, they just work and they didn't cook anymore, di ba? So
yeah,
a lot of people started missing recipes they grew up with, and generations passed na hindi na pass on yung recipe. So I really thought of doing something that was unchef-like, di ba? Hindi masyadong magpaka-chef, because there are foods that don't have to be fancy, there are foods that don't have to be complicated to be delicious, and we have to keep that part of our culinary tradition alive. So we come up with Simple. That's why the spelling is Simple, Simpol, because Pinoy, di ba? Simple lang. Inato lang, di ba? Wag na nating i-complicate. Not every dish we serve has to have parsley on top, di ba?
correct. Oo, di ba? This is what I love, Chef, because it's really straightforward. As a mother,
Yeah.
like what I was telling you off cam earlier. Sabi ko, the only way for me to bring back my kids is say, hey, mommy's gonna cook adobo tonight, or
Yeah.
pancit canton. But then that's my pride.
Yeah.
Because I knew that on my head, I can easily cook you can buy the sauces at the Chinatown or Asian shops, but
Yeah.
hey, mom's cooking is original, because
Yeah.
ano yan, iba-iba. So I think that's what I love it so, Chef. So would you say that the Simple, it's now your brand? I mean, I would say it's really your brand.
Yeah, it's a brand that we've been developing for some time, and that's why we have our Simple Cookbook, because we've already reached a point where it's recognizable not only in the Philippines but even abroad. That's why we have a very strong following abroad. No, our book is available in Amazon and eBay, and it's doing very well.
Nice. Do
And
you have it with you, Chef? Do you have it
this
with
is
you?
this is my latest book, Simpol The Cookbook, and it's available abroad through Amazon and eBay, and so it's all full colored, and all the recipes here have QR code. So in the corner of the page, there's a QR code. So if you don't understand the instructions, even if they're so simple, you can just scan the code and go to the recipe video. So
Talaga naman. Digital na
yeah,
digital si Chef.
very,
I believe
very,
you're the very first. You're the very
yeah,
first
yeah,
in the Philippines to adopt the QR codes, right?
yeah. For a book, yes,
For
we're
a book,
one of the first.
amazing.
Yeah. And it's and I think this is a bestseller, and it's still a bestseller now. And this
Congratulations.
book is nominated for 2 categories in the World Gourmand Awards. and the awarding is on November. I'm supposed to be in Europe by November, but I had to cancel my trip because
Can I
you know of
represent
the.
you? Don't cancel. I can represent you. Representative.
It's in.
Seriously.
It's going to be in Paris, France. No, so Paris,
Okay,
France
it's
supposed to
only
be.
it's only
Yeah.
few 2 hours away, so no problem. I would love to represent you. So mga
Yeah.
kaibigan, please grab a copy of Chef Tatung's book, Simpol Book,
Yeah.
as in
Yeah.
Simpol. We flash it and
Yeah.
you can rewind it later. And at
Yeah.
the same time, chef dun sa mga, aspiring chefs, mga, mga, I would say, trying to be where they want to be. Do you think it's something that they can pursue still, or would you say that the market is saturated, or there's no room for young ones, or what do you
Alam
think?
mo, the industry, I think, in spite of what we are going through these days, no, I think it's very temporary, and always the food industry is always able to rise up because it's food. Everybody loves food, no?
Yeah, that's right. So they can still pursue,
Yeah.
chef. They can still
Yeah, they
pursue.
can still pursue it. It's a good time to practice.
Yeah. And keep
It's a
going,
good
no?
time to learn and learn and all that. That's why we are releasing more books during this pandemic. And the book that I'm releasing next month is called Kitchen Secrets. And we are revealing a lot of kitchen secrets to
Oh my
home
God, I love
cooks and
that.
amateur cooks so that you can become better, no? Kasi, alam mo, yun ang sinasabi ko with a lot of people, especially during this pandemic. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people have lost careers. A lot of people have lost direction. And I told them, yeah, we have work. No, we have work in the outside world, diba? The things we do to make a living. Pero it's very important also to realize that there's also a different kind of work that we have to do, which is our interior work, no? Is to work on ourselves. So is to work on our spirituality. And for me, I really felt that this pandemic is really a blessing, especially for people who realize that. Diba? Kasi, alam mo, nag-pandemic, everything stopped, pero don't you think it's an opportunity for you to readjust, realign, re-engineer your life to make it what it ought to be? Kasi ang problema kasi when you're in the rat race, diba? You fall into a trap of going into a cycle, no? A cycle.
Yes, correct.
When things are taken away from you, you can stop and say, okay, what can I do and what can I pursue that will give me true happiness, true fulfillment, and a success that is meaningful. Di ba yun ang hinahanap natin in life? Di ba? It's not just about earning money. It's about doing things that are meaningful, doing things that make us happy, and doing things that, at least changes the world for the better. So ako, okay lang, push forward.
Yeah. I love that, chef, kasi sa totoo nga lang, I mean, di ba, it is during this pandemic that we realized that there are other things we can do apart from what we used to do. Like what you said, on a rat race, every day you become like, alam mo ngayon, right now, it's back into my head. Do you know that I had been looking since last year? Sabi ko nga, ano kaya if I want, I have not, when, as a mother kasi, chef, as a mother, you have 4 kids, you have a business to run, I have my feng shui, consultancy to run. So parang you're losing time. But then sabi ko, hey, because of the pandemic, you level up your way of cooking because, you tend to be cooking more at home. So sabi ko nga, ano kaya if I wanna, I'm gonna just like siguro go to a short course here in London to learn how to cook. So ngayon, na nakausap kita, I will reinforce that. Before the year ends, I'm gonna prepare a Christmas dinner. Niluto ko. And it's gonna be a very big accomplishment. Ano lang, chef? Dahil sa'yo, I'm going to do that. Let me call in, Chef Lang, call in lang tayo sa mga viewers watching from Japan. Miss Gigi, thank you. Connie, ask ko lang po if tapos na po ba ang Ghost Month? Yes, tapos na. Last
Tapos
September
na.
6. Nice po, very informative ang topic nyo para sa aming mga OFW sa Saudi Arabia. Uy, thank you for watching. Hola to both of you, sabi ni Dexter.
Hello.
And of course, our good friend Gavin as well.
Hello, Gavin. Tita Gavin. You know, Gavin is my real life tita.
Really? Oh my God,
Yeah,
I love
we're
Gavin.
related.
I love Gavin. Yeah, we have Buenas, we have Claire. Good evening, Miss Marites and Chef. And then we have Lenush. Happy Monday from Israel. Wow. Ang galing. We are all over. And then, may I know po what's the luckiest color for a Leo girl? O, later na yan, darling, ha? We're talking about Chinese astrology. Congratulations daw, sabi ni Leah, on your book, Chef.
Thank you.
And very amazing. And mga kaibigan, hanapin niyo po dyan sa National Bookstore or online Amazon The Cookbook with Chef Mike.
Lazada and Shopee in the Philippines.
Lazada, Shopee also. At saka yung sa mga abroad, marami dyan. Sabi ni Sandro, I have 4 books of Chef Mike.
Yan.
Galing. Yan ang loyal mo, Miss Sandra. Then, I miss you, Chef. I remember dining at your restaurant in Taguig with my cousin, Laura. Ayan. Congrats daw, sabi ni Miss Maggie.
Thank you.
Mga kaibigan, bago tayo mag-break mamaya, I'm gonna show you like a short video of Simpol at saka mga snippets of Chef's mga social media as well at saka yung kanyang show. Now, Chef, kung ng question ko na you were managing a pop band, were you singing before? Were you singing
not
as
at all. No, I have no talent. I'm usually like handling marketing, handling production, handling ganun, which I still do right now, in my other business. So yun talaga. But it's very interesting because I really started out as a writer. So that's why before I worked with Sunstar Cebu. I started out as a copy editor, and I was a writer. I was a photographer, feature writer, and all that. Then I moved into production. And actually, it was only in my 30s that I decided to, I was already in food. I used to cook when I was still young. I was cooking since like 8 years old. Pero I already had food businesses in my 20s. Pero I decided to become a chef in my 30s, early 30s.
Wow, so it's never too late pala, everyone.
Never too late.
Never too late. Alam mo, talagang gagawin ko yan. I'm going to be cooking for my family this Christmas. Talagang meron akong vision. Christmas dinner, gagawin ko yan for my family dahil sa iyo, Chef. Now, mga kaibigan, we're gonna be posing in a bit, for a week, for a short 1-minute breaker, and then we're gonna be showing to you a short video of Chef. Now, Chef, when we come back, I would like you to please share us, what is your life mantra and what inspired you to endure this, I would say, very successful field of being a chef, being a writer, and of course, being a very successful businessman altogether. So when we come back, mga kaibigan, Chef Tatung is going to say that. But in the meantime, let's watch this video.
Simple! Simple!
Simple!
Simple!
In cooking, adjust lang kayo kung anong meron, di ba? But remember, no amount of passion will replace common sense in cooking. May snack talaga, snack. Oh, yan o. Snack ka din o. Alam niyo naman, I love it to be peppery, di ba? Try this wonderful recipe and I'm ready to taste. Alam mo, kahit you cook with the simplest ingredients and you treat it well, magiging masarap yung pagkain niyo. Di ko naman kayang ubusin to. So, I will share with you guys. Of course, simple tayo dito. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Mango, mango. big enough scoop. So easy to do, so simple, and of course, so masarap. Pag may date ka, mai-impressed. The dog. What's your problem? Huh?
Ayan. You have ano pa pala? What's the name of your pet, Chef?
Ketchup.
Ketchup, as in ketchup?
Ketchup, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's nice. So, Chef, question: if I'm gonna give you a scenario, like so funny because we have a small beach in El Nido there in Palawan, and then I was during the pandemic, people were trying to stay reserve they were doing crazy like grocery shopping ganyan baka para magkaubusan. So they said, hey, I'm gonna send you a ref para you can save food and everything. Sabi niya, no ma'am, I don't need, hindi ko kailangan yan. Sabi ko, why? Sabi niya, kung kailangan ko lang ng fish, nandyan lang hindi yung dagat, mamimingwit lang ako. So he refused to accept my offer of having a ref. Kasi sabi niya, may fish nandyan lang sa dagat, ma'am, dali ko lang kunin. I mean, I think for a chef like you, what are like the most, I would say, para mga necessity as a mother, as a wife, or anyone there, a husband that we have to have in our kitchen? I mean, syempre, we have the salt, pepper, the suka, the oil. What else? Yung mga magic.
I cook very, even at home, I cook very simply. So, I usually, sometimes we have fancy food, but usually ako kasi, I don't buy too much stuff. I don't like having too much stuff in the ref. So for example, if I want to cook a certain dish, doon pa ako mamimili ng whatever's needed, no? As long as I have the basics.
Fresh.
It's fresh, one. And I also don't like wastefulness, di ba? Kasi sometimes pag namimili ka ng marami, you don't have, di mo na mauubos yan, di ba? Sometimes we buy more than what we actually need.
Which you always do. We always do that.
We always do, and we end up throwing a lot of stuff. And
Correct.
like for me, I'm quite busy. I don't really have time to cook all the time, no? And obviously I'm watching my health, so when you're at home, you try to eat in the simplest manner possible. So ako, honestly, sa bahay, what I always have is paksiw na isda, inunod,
Okay.
diba?
Gusto ko yan.
Or just
Gusto ko
vegetable. Yan. So ako, very simple. Kasi sa work naman, you eat very fancy, diba? Everything, so much butter, so much cheese, so much meat, so much all that. So parang, when I'm at home, ito lang, gulay lang, tsaka yung ganun. Yan.
So simple lang talaga, but which is even healthier if you think about it.
Healthier, yeah.
Yeah. So iba pala talaga because we always believe that because you are a chef, that therefore when you get home, your level of the gourmet food that's gonna be served to you is also similar to what you have been making. Iba pala siya, chef. So you tend to be more say, nga naman because you've been using that, you've been facing it every day.
Yeah, every day. And also it's also my way of zoning out. Kasi if I go home and, for example, I serve food na medyo fancy, you cannot help but be technical na parang, ito problema dito. Di ba? Because that's your expertise. If your cuisiner at home tries to impress you, you would see all the flaws. So parang ganito yung gawin mo, ganyan. So I become stressed. But when I just serve something na it's just boiled, it's just like ganun, I just eat. I just like, shut everything up and just eat, di ba? Parang just to quiet my mind. Kasi, di ba, like a lot of chefs, when they eat in restaurants, they become food critics, di ba? Ako naman, I'm not here to be a critic. I'm not the consultant of this restaurant. I'm not. It's not my job to teach you how to cook. So, I'll eat. I don't like it. I'll keep it to myself and yun.
Yeah.
Ganun lang.
That is is so nice. That is so nice. I was also thinking like mahirap kaya maging cook sa bahay ni chef. I mean, you know what I
Mm.
mean? Because kung ang
Yeah.
amo ko is chef, or should it be the other way around na parang I will be
Yeah.
learning much more from you, di ba?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, Chef, balikan natin yung aking question kanina. What do you think is your life mantra and what inspired you to endure, this long in your chosen field?
Yung sa akin kasi like the most things that people would remember siguro when they talk to me sa I always say sige lang go lang ng go, just keep going, di ba? And I believe that fail fast, fail easy, not to be attached. And I think it's because also, di ba, when you're a chef, when you're cooking, it's not always 100%, but you cannot be stuck, di ba? Masunog mo yung isda mo. Ay, ayoko na. So much. Di ba? Ayusin mo. You fry another fish and do it well, di ba? So parang ganun. So my attitude towards life is like that. You always have a chance to redeem yourself. And in cooking, you're also taught impermanence, no? Because even no matter how perfect you cook this dish, after kainin, nothing is left. No? I cook a perfect adobo in a few minutes. Pag it's not hot anymore, hindi na siya you get it, diba? Perfection is temporary, but excellence as an attitude is constant. So you always drive yourself towards excellence. You always drive yourself to be, to do well, to do better, because declining, deteriorating, aging, dying is natural to us, diba? And for us to keep on living is to bring back that life into what we're doing, no? Kasi for life it naturally declines. That's a natural thing that happens. So ikaw being diba, sabi nga na parang we are parang made in the image and likeness of the Lord. That aspiration for perfection, we always have to aspire for that perfection in whatever form. So yun lang sa akin na parang for me, failure is part of the business. Failure is part of life. No? So we fail more than we succeed, di ba? But if you are attached to your failure, that will be your story. So for me, kung bibilang ko, I failed so many times, di ba? I can say that I failed more times than a lot of people. It's only that I always pick myself up, start again, and keep on trying. So, because every time I fall, I fail today, bukas I'm starting over again, I have more successes because I start again right away. Some people, bago magkamali, sumabay ngayon, now, after 1 year pa bumabalik, after 2 years pa, after 5 years pa. Di ba? Ganun, di ba? Some people start a business, fail, they start another business after 5 years, after 10 years. Wala na. You've lost so much time.
Yeah. Wow, it's wonderful. Grabe. My gosh, that is so beautiful, Chef. What I heard from you is just amazing. Mga kaibigan, I hope you have picked it up earlier. If the first fish that you cook failed, then you fry another fish. That is so beautiful. If you fail now, then try again. If you fail today, tomorrow you can start again. Don't wait for many, many months or years to come. That is so beautiful. I love it, Chef. Thank you. Saludo ako sa'yo. My God, that is so beautiful. My God, so baka naman you can add to your expertise being a social media management. You have your TV shows, chef. You can also become like a mentor. Right? Ano ba, Chef, yung tingin mo was one of your biggest challenges? Like, sabihin natin pre-pandemic, okay? Because everybody in this pandemic have had some shares of agonizing tragedies, for example. What about you? When you were starting?
Actually, ang dami kong hurdles, no, na to be being where I am today is already a success for the reason na all all odds were against me breaking it into the Manila scene. Number one, hindi naman ako taga dito. When I started, nobody knew me. I started late in my career. I did not have capital as other people would have. I didn't know anyone. I think kung lang talaga siya. Hard work. I went bankrupt several times. I pero I don't know. I name it, and it has probably happened to me. Pero I think if you have the right attitude, no, you have the right attitude. You keep going. You're very clear on your goals. You really know what you want to do. Yeah, I think you'll end up in a good place. Kasi alam mo, some people hate failure, but you can actually make failure your friend by learning from it.
Learning.
Diba? So once you're able to learn from it, panalo ka na, di ba?
Totoo. Ang
so,
galing.
Yun yung attitude ko. So right now, I always feel like for example, like now I'm about to release my 5th book. The day after I release my book, I'm already tired of it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to talk about it. I want to start another one. And I want to do it better than the last one. Ganun ako.
Yes.
Pero I never am attached to my achievements. Every time I'm finished with one thing, I feel that I'm starting over again. I feel that I'm zero again. I have to work myself up again. So, yun talaga yung cycle ko na parang, still getting better. I'm still as excited as I was many years ago. I still have a lot of energy. There's still a lot of things that I want to do more excellently than before. So parang yung energy ko siguro I even think now that my energy, I have more energy now, creative energy, than I had when I was 20 years ago.
Wow.
So
wow.
Parang,
maybe because you have learned a lot along the way, Chef. You already gathered all this. Yeah. So mga kaibigan, please listen and share and the life mantra from Chef Tatung. You have to keep going. Sabi nga dito sa ating post dito is that perfection is temporary, but excellence as an attitude is constant. Beautiful words from Chef Tatung. Sabi naman ni Maggie, there's no harm in trying. Try and until you succeed. Of course, you really have to. We have to, my friends. You pick up myself, sabi ni Chef, start again right away. That's a progressive mindset. And hello, meron ka ditong fan, si Miss Viernes Pao. And of course, we are learning much from Chef. Bravo, Chef, for inspiring us with your ideas. Very energizing to hear. And hello, we have Giselle from Legazpi City. Ayan. So, ang galing ng Chef, no? Did you ever or would you be going to do some mga online teaching lessons and everything to aspiring, hindi naman chef, but to learn how to cook? Or we can learn from your book?
You can learn from the book. You can learn from our channel, Simpol, on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm starting a new vlog under Chef Tatung. So it's a new channel. It's just Chef Tatung. And we'll be exploring a lot of other things there as well. So parang yun. Everything's online now, so we'll be doing a lot more stuff online.
Online, yeah. So mga kaibigan, I just would like to repeat the advice of Chef. You can actually follow him on Facebook, and then I believe you have the Instagram.
Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok as well.
TikTok, ang galing. So YouTube Simpol, and then the TikTok as well, and then sooner, marami tayong makikita doon ng mga inspiring advice.
Also follow me on my personal accounts. It's Chef Tatung on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. So mga kaibigan, Chef Tatung on Facebook and Instagram, and then exactly what you're seeing here on screen. So Chef, question ang dami kong question. Ano pa sa tingin mo? What do you think you would love to do that you haven't done before? Like, is there something at this time that you would still like to achieve?
I'd like to spend more money than I've earned. Diba?
Back to
Diba?
Europe.
I still haven't. I still haven't earned enough to be able just to splurge or buy or do it. So parang yun talaga siya na well um ako kasi I really live a very parang simple and modest life. Pero for me kasi I just want to do what I'm doing. So I just like to write more books, produce more videos. I'd love to produce documentaries. I'd love to do more research and all that. Kasi well, I think that's more aligned to my calling. Doing the frivolous stuff is not my style, so I don't enjoy partying. I don't enjoy. There are a lot of things I don't enjoy. I enjoy my satisfaction comes from what I do right now.
Yeah. Well, it's already the fulfillment because once you have
Yeah.
it, parang nothing else comes close to the satisfaction that you feel. Most of the time is the feeling. I mean, if I may share as well, chef, like, during which I may ask you as well, a defining moment when we had the COVID, right? So I said, okay, we are all separated. My husband and I was in the Philippines then, but then my kids are in the UK. So it's really like, if this happens, what if I had COVID in the Philippines, knock on the wood, what if
Yeah.
something happens to me and I'm away from the family? So I have to make a decision that I have to be with my family. Sabi ko, if this struck me, because it's going to struck everyone else, I might as well be closer to my family. And sabi ko, I might as well maybe do some splurging before God calls me. You know what I mean? Because I worked so hard for it. Sa'yo ba, chef, during the pandemic, what was your defining moment? Did you ever have something like, did you get parang depressed? Did you get some, oh, I'm going to be learning so much. I'm going to be creating something. Because like, I think you and I are the same. You tend to like create something. In every adversity, is for me is always an opportunity.
Yeah.
Which side of
Like
it is for you?
I think we worked on this book during the pandemic and we released it last year, and now it's going our second year of the pandemic, and I'm releasing another book. So imagine the pandemic
Oh, yeah.
I'm able to
So very
to
productive,
do
in fact.
very very productive, very
Very
productive. And
productive.
I think probably it's like living on the edge, pero you cannot stop your life from happening because all this is happening around the world, no? Probably you have to change your ways, you have to change the way you do things. Pero you're not crippled but to move forward, no? So sa akin, whatever like I do, um well, I don't have time to I haven't gotten to read so much this pandemic, but I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I've been, trying out new stuff, doing R&D research, and in fact, before the end of the year, we are releasing 3 books, so including the new book. So there are 2 more
Wow.
books that are going to be released. So we finished
Before this,
like
after this one, you're gonna release another 2 more?
2 more. The other one's done. We did it
Wow.
already. Like it's been done like
Dang.
for 2 months, but it hasn't been released. And we're after this immediately we'll be working on another one. So parang we're really pushing the limits of what's possible during a pandemic.
Well, so anything can be possible still, right, chef?
Yeah. And
If
also we'll be releasing. I hopefully aabot pa siya. We'll be launching Simpol Cookware, so we'll have our own pots and pans, and we're launching.
Wow.
Hopefully, it will happen this year as well.
Ang galing. Non-stop talaga si chef. Ang galing-galing. And I believe, chef, apart from your simple show, you will also have a talk show, and I hear you have this new headquarters coming up soon. Can you tell us more about
Yeah.
it?
Actually, we're working on several shows. We're doing well. We already lined up projects for next year, and I'm doing a docu series and a book next year, another book next year, and I'm also doing like uh, a new show for the Chef Tatung channel. So actually sobrang dami. There are a lot of
Ah,
things
yeah.
going on here and there. Yan.
Non-stop talaga, chef, you are really non-stop. You are super
Yeah.
non-stop. Thank you for that.
Rabbit and
So,
rabbit.
that's right. They keep going around, right? Mga kaibigan, Year of the Rabbit si Chef, and I told him it's gonna be his year, the Year of the Rabbit on 2023. Next year kasi 2022 is the Year of the Tiger. Now,
Yeah.
Chef, what is your advice to Filipinos who wants to follow your footsteps despite the present situation?
Well, I think is to really be very clear on what you want, no, what you want, and work on it, no, kasi to be at a certain level, um, you really have to master your art. You really have to master your craft. It does not come easy. And one thing that really is lacking in a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, is that they lack the discipline to do it. So parang you can, alam mo, sinasabi ko nga, passion is one thing, pero discipline is another. I'd rather have discipline than passion. Kasi passion is
Yeah.
all in your mind. Hindi, parang ganun. But discipline is really you're working at your aspirations and making it happen, building it, di ba? So, parang, a lot of us kasi we forget that success is built by hard work. So, be willing to work hard. Don't just dream. Work on it, focus on it. And ako, like, for example, right now, I'd say na I released 4 books and 4 books are bestsellers. And
Dang.
and now I'm releasing more books. Pero I remember when I was in high school, one of the things that, I wrote down, kasi may mga, what do you want to achieve in your life? And I remember very clearly, one of the things I really wanted to become was a best-selling author.
Wow.
I remember that. And I remember, even as early as that, I would say na, I want to write at least 10 books. And now I'm already on my 5th book. I'm halfway to what I plan to do when I
Wow.
was young.
Bravo.
So,
Galing.
kasi, parang, it will never happen. And, like, writing book is so difficult. Sobra
Yes.
talagang hirap. Pero I enjoy it. I love doing it. And I know, because it's so difficult to do, not many people will do it, di ba? So, for me, to be able to succeed and to be able to stand out, you should be doing more than what other people are doing. If you want more in
Yes.
life, you work harder than everyone else. You study harder than everyone else. You spend more time than anyone else, because that's the only way. If you want to, have fun, relax, you will never achieve anything.
That's right. Wow, wonderful. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. Mga kaibigan, it's really so true. I think I agree with you, Chef, because I write my annual horoscope books, and it's so draining. It takes a lot of our time and our energy. I write 16 books a year. 16 books a year, because there are 12 astrology plus the almanac plus the I have to do the feng shui forecast, and I have to do another company that I had been writing for 11 years now, who uses my diary, and then sometimes I have to do pa a convention. So it's really, sama ka talaga, Chef, eh. If you want it, you build on it, you work on it, you focus on it, and you work harder towards it. So that's where you can really make it happen. So before we can request Chef to tell us more about our invitations to you, I just don't want to miss out on, of course, people saying hi to us today. Giselle from Legazpi, thank you so much for watching. Sabi ni Verns, question lang po, Chef Tatung, may recipe book ba kayo? Yun, sinabi na ni Chef kanina, he has 5. Ayan, DishKarte, Simpol, Philippine Cookery.
Yeah, and Rise to the Occasion. I don't have a copy of that.
Yes. So makikita niyo po yan mga kaibigan sa Shopee, Lazada, at the same time Amazon. Mga last 1, 2 questions mga kaibigan if you have questions to Chef. Such an inspiration especially for us new food service providers. Oo nga, Chef. Kasi they had to think of new recipes. And then, love this to inspiring people. Sabi ni Dexter, happy to see you both in one conversation. Hope to have dinner with you both soonest, please. I love that. Love that. Meron po ba yan sa Lazada or Shopee?
Meron. Simpol is available on Lazada and Shopee.
Yes, meron yan. So mga kaibigan, yan. And then yun, reminder lang natin, passion is one thing, discipline is something, success is built by hard work. Do not just dream about it, work hard for it. That's from our Chef Tatung today. And to be able to succeed, you should be doing more than what other people are doing. So Chef, please tell us and how they can again follow you and subscribe to your work and of course to your TV show before we end the show. And again, once again, I just love to have you, and I'm gonna be one of your, follower, and I'm even gonna be learning how to cook because of you. Come on,
Hello
Chef.
to everyone again, and thank you very much for joining us this evening and morning there in the US and in London. And please follow me on my official accounts. I have on the Simpol, which is a cooking channel. It's Simpol on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And Chef Tatung, this is my personal account. It's Chef Tatung on Facebook and Instagram. I have a TikTok, but I don't have anything there yet. But just follow anyway. I'll be dancing for you soon.
Wow, the dancing chef. Yeah. So Chef, from the bottom of my heart, it's been an honor to have you on the Marites Allen Fun Fortune and Feng Shui show. And I know meron ditong last minute na question, sabi ni Miss Glor. Chef, what was the most memorable food or dish you had at your childhood?
Alam mo, both my grandmothers were amazing cooks, and always, we would always have these Sunday dinners together where we would cook and taste each other's cooking. And alam mo, food is just not about recipes. No, it's really about the company you share it with. So for me, that made my childhood special. And for me, for people who are learning to cook and people who cook, always remember that we cook not for ourselves, but we cook for other people, and we cook to make them happy, to make life more meaningful through your cooking, and always cook with love. So yun yung sa akin na parang let's let our cooking be a sign and a showcase of our generosity.
Wow, wonderful. I love that. We cook for others, not for ourselves, and always cook with love. So, Chef, from the bottom of my heart, here all the way from London, thank you so much, mga kaibigan.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. And until next time, on Wednesday, I'll see you on the Filipino TV Europe, and on Friday for our Friga Fashion Friday. And please follow us again and subscribe. Marites Allen on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks, guys. See you again. Thanks, Chef. I love you all.